Welcome to Free America. This is the state of Tennessee, and we're proud to be streaming from Free America in Tennessee to all the points in America that are occupied territories, that is, occupied by progressive left-leaning ideologies. We're streaming from Free America saying, we love America, we know you do too, so join us in Free America. All right. What do you got? I've got some lighthearted things today and some things that will really make us stop and think, I think. What do you give an American cheerleader, patriot, a cowboy hat? What do you get an American patriot extra? Another cowboy hat. Thanks to Mitch of Mitchell Air Systems in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He watches our videos and says, hey, I thought you needed a new cowboy hat to go with your shirt. So what do you think of this one? Yeah, that makes a statement, don't you think? I saw a video this morning, and thanks, Mitch, by the way. I saw a video this morning. They were at a baseball game. I'll have to watch it again and see which baseball game it was. In fact, we'll post the video on our platforms. An older man slapped the back of the head of a younger man who didn't stand for the national anthem. Right in the back of the head. Get up, man! This is the national anthem. You're supposed to stand. And the young man kind of groused, but he stood up. Why do we make people stand for the national anthem? I hold in my hand 17 reasons why. These 3 pages hold the names of 17 military members who have lost their lives in Iran, defending the cause of freedom, trying to keep the strait open, and trying to end Iran having a nuclear weapon and put the world at risk. Why do we stand for the national anthem? Why do we stand for the flag? Tyler James Feehan, 25 years of age, died, line of duty, July 20th, from Iwa Beach, Hawaii. Isabella Gonzalez lived in Carrollton, Texas. She died in the same attack as Feehan, but she died on July 17th. Gabriel Edwards, July 1st, chopper went down in the Arabian Sea. Missing, presumed dead, Gabriel Edwards. John Kilmer, Major, 33, resident of Auburn, Alabama. Graduated from Auburn University with a mechanical engineering degree. He participated in the Air Force Reserve Officer Training, joined the Air Force in 2017, died in Iran. John Klinner. Ariana Savino, 31, resident of Covington, Washington. Member of the 99th Air Refueling Squadron. Active duty commission since 2017, died in service to her country. Ashley Pruitt, Tech Sergeant, 34, resided in Bardstown, Kentucky. Member of the Air Force Refueling Squadron, died in service to her country. Seth Koval, 38, Stoutsville, Ohio, aircraft commander assigned to the 121st Air Refueling Ring at Rickenbacker Air National Guard Base in Columbus, Ohio. Died March 12th in a crash in Iraq. Curtis Anks, 30, resident of Columbus, Ohio, part of the Air Refueling Wing. Tyler Simmons, 28, Columbus, Ohio. Benjamin Pennington, 26, resident of Glendale, Kentucky. Jeffrey O'Brien, 45, resident of Waukee, Iowa. Robert Marzin, Chief Warrant Officer, 54, lived in Sacramento, California. Nicole Ammer, Sergeant First Class, 39. DeClane Cody, 20, lived in Des Moines, Iowa. Cody Cork, 35, lived in Winter Haven, Florida. And Noah Teachins, Sergeant First Class, 42, resided in Bellevue, Nebraska. That's why we stand for the flag. That's why we put our hands on the heart of the flag. That's why we don't worship a flag. We don't worship cloth. We remember and honor the sacrifice of so many brave men and women. latest count is 17 of the current conflict, if you want to call it that. So people say, why should we fight the war in Iran? It's Trump's war. Our heart grieves with the families. These are, we could go through the personal history of them. Maybe we will in some future podcast to talk about just the sacrifice that Americans and American families are making and Americans themselves are making. Is it worth it? Now, I don't rush to this next answer, but I think the supporting and fighting for freedom is worth the cost. That's not belittling, that's not minimizing the sacrifice. That is honoring the sacrifice and remaining resolute and dedicated to the cause of freedom. Look at what's going on in Iran. They are killing. And there was a newspaper article about a young man, I believe was hanged in Iran for harboring some people that were speaking out against the government. How would you like to live in a country where you were killed because you spoke out against the government? If that was the case in America, every nighttime talk show host would be shot. We have the freedom of speech in America. We have freedom in America. These brave men and women, several women, died to support and defend the cause of freedom for ourselves and our posterity and for those people in Iraq and Iran. It's a terrible price to pay for freedom. It's bought with blood, sweat, and tears. It's precious. It's worth defending. This isn't just stuff we wear just because it's colorful and because we have fun doing it. It means something. It means we're free. It means that I can stand on a patio and I can talk about freedom and I can be critical of the government. And I don't have to fear for my life. That's one of the problems we're having, I think, in America today is some people that are against conservatives are trying to dox you or trying to shut you down. 17 people have died, so you have the freedom of speech in America. But some on the progressive left, some of the Democrats are trying to dox you and trying to shut you down. These brave men and women died, so you have that freedom. Don't let them shut you down. The cost of freedom is high. It's precious. We bought it with our blood and treasure. It's worth defending. It's worth practicing. It is America, now and forever, and it is freedom. And so we pay tribute to those brave men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice so we could be free. Take a look at Iran. A nation for 47 years has been yelling death to America. Death to America. They mean it. Look what happened September 11th, 2001. You don't think they mean death to America? What would happen if we just cut and run? We just said, okay, well, it's too high a price. It's not our circus, not our monkeys, not our fight. It's their fight. We'll just walk away and let them do it. Let them have their Middle East. We'll dig our own oil. You don't think they're going to come for you? You don't think for 47 years yelling death to America, you don't think 2001, September 11th, 9/11, you don't think that they will come and do that again if we don't take the fight to them. Now, that's not saying that I'm eager for war. That's not saying that I'm eager to see this list of brave men and women grow to pages and pages and pages. No. Because there'll be other men and women, there'll be other families that grieve the loss of their loved ones. The cost of freedom is high, but Americans have always been willing to spend that in our blood and treasure. Not trying to be overly dramatic here, but really trying to talk about the issue. The issue is freedom. The issue is defending freedom. The issue is going to the polls and voting against those that want to vote in socialism and communism. Look at the experience of other people who have tried it. Venezuela, Cuba, we're gonna have to dig up some interviews and let you listen to the people and their words about what it's like to live in a socialist communist country where you give the government the power. Can you believe that there are some in the Socialist Democrat Party in America with a straight face are trying to tell you to abolish the Senate, have the House of Representatives appoint the president or whatever we call him? It's weird. It's ironic. It's insane to feel like you're giving more power to the people by taking power from the people and giving it to the House of Representatives, allow them to choose the Supreme Court, choose the chief executive, grand poobah, or whatever you want to call him. Can you honestly, and I love to see what's going on with the Democrat Party. We're starting to see Democrat centrists push back and say, this is nuts, this is insane. They're members of the Democrat calling out members of their own party who are pushing a socialist progressive agenda and saying you can be progressive, but you don't have to be idiotic. You don't have to be stupid. You don't have to trash the Constitution, which is what they want to do. I think it's healthy for the Democrat Party to have a reevaluation of exactly what they stand for. Don't let the socialists and the communists take over your party. And you could say, well, that'd be good for the Republican Party because it's just going to be a laughingstock at the next election. I don't think it's good for America. I do not want to allow a socialist or a communist ideology getting any closer to the roles of governance in America than they already are. Vote no on socialism. Vote no on communism. The constitutional form of government we have in America today is not perfect, but it does guarantee you the rights and freedom. Under some of the platforms that they're proposing now, under the Socialist Democratic, whatever they are, party, ideology, they want to abolish the Senate and allow the House of Representatives to choose the chief executive. They don't want to call him a president because I guess that term's offensive to them. So they want to give more power to the people by taking away power of the people. They want to give more power to the people by taking away our right to choose the president. On the surface of it, it's like, are you nuts? John Kennedy, senator from Louisiana, said the Republican Party is not perfect, but the Democratic Party is a party of crazy. I applaud members of the Democrat Party, and I agree with some of them that say, we're the Democrat Party, but we're not anti-American. And this progressive, socialist, communist dogma that they're pushing is anti-American. And I'm not a Democrat, but they say we as Democrats will not support it. And we're calling them out. This is an un-American ideology and platform, and we in the Democrat Party will not support it. And we need that. We don't need to vote in socialism or communism. No. That will take away your freedoms. You don't believe me? Ask anyone who lives in those countries, Venezuela, Cuba, North Korea, North Vietnam, China, Russia. Ask them if they have freedoms. Why do so many people want to come to America? Why is it that so many people that came to FIFA say, hey, this America is great. It's not at all what they told us. We love America. Watch the video of a guy with tears in his eyes saying, I love America. And one foreign visitor said, I love how Americans love their country. I love it. When I was in New Zealand, one of the things that they say they love about America is that they love their country. At least most of us do, I think. I do. I'm sure you do too. So, thank you, Mitch. Hats off to America. This is America, now and forever. Let's keep it the red, white, and blue. Let's keep it free. Let's keep it constitutional based. Let us vote no. Just say no to communism. Just say no to socialism. We're going to be doing more videos today. Hang on for the ride. This is America Now and Forever. You don't like it, leave. This is our country. For 250 years, we've been ruled by the Constitution of the United States. It guarantees us freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom. It's a high price to pay for it, but it's worth the price. So let's be smart. Let's pray for our leaders. Let's pray that we don't add any more names to that list. But you need to understand, if you're if you're an enemy of America, if you're an enemy of freedom, if you want to control us and destroy the Constitution and supplant it with some kind of communist socialism governance. Hear that noise in the sky? That's a drone, that's a jet, and it's coming for you. Why? Because we will defend freedom. And we will take the fight to you. Street Level America, I'm Dave Adams, and that's what I think. Cowboy up America.